Could Donald Trump end up in the very war he vowed to avoid? Tensions are exploding in the Middle East. Israel and Iran are locked in direct conflict. And while the U.S. president has publicly tried to stay out of it, events may soon drag him in. Trump's balancing act. Donald Trump is facing one of the biggest foreign policy tests of his second term. He's threatened Iran with overwhelming force, but is clearly reluctant to send American troops into battle. The stakes are high. Trump knows that war could divide his already split voter base and dismantle a core promise of his America First policy to avoid endless wars. At the same time, the United States continues to defend Israel from Iran's missile and drone strikes. Trump is trying to walk a line, showing strength while holding back from escalation.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
And you mentioned Putin.
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time, strongly. And Israel's doing very well right now.
If we are attacked, Trump's message to Iran is sharp. In a post on Truth Social, he warned, if we are attacked in any way, shape, or form by Iran, the full strength and might of the U.S. armed forces will come down on you at levels never seen before. But he also added, the U.S. had nothing to do with the attack on Iran tonight, referring to Israel's latest operation in Tehran. So far, American troops have not launched any offensive operations. But Trump's red lines are clear. If Iran strikes U.S. personnel or military bases, or targets Americans globally, the White House will be forced to act. Israel wants more. Trump says no. Israel is pressing for more aggressive moves. One proposal reportedly pushed by Tel Aviv, the assassination of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. But Trump has said no, rejecting that plan. Still, the clock may be ticking. If Iran decides it has nothing to lose and lashes out, Trump could lose his ability to stay out of the war. Iran's other pressure tactics. Tehran could also strike indirectly. That includes hitting oil tankers or shipping routes in the Gulf or Red Sea. This could spark a global energy crisis and ramp up pressure on Washington to intervene. And if that happens, Trump may have little choice but to respond militarily, not just to defend U.S. interests, but to protect the global economy. Calls for a U.S.-only mission. Inside the U.S., pressure is growing. Some in Trump's own party are urging a strike on Iran's underground nuclear site at Fordow, a target believed to be out of reach for Israeli warplanes. The argument? That this may be the best and only chance to cripple Iran's nuclear program for good. Why Trump might still say no. Despite the pressure, Trump is reportedly skeptical. He fears the risks of dragging the U.S. into another Middle East war. It could spiral, expand beyond current players, and turn into a drawn-out, bloody conflict with no clear exit. And recent history is a warning. Washington's previous Middle East war plans have often backfired, from Iraq to Syria. Yes, some may want Iran's regime gone, but experts warn that regime collapse often leads to chaos, not stability. And Trump knows that jumping into this war could crack his political base wide open. Just weeks ago, he laid out a new vision, less entanglement, fewer foreign wars. Now, that vision is under threat. Donald Trump may want to stay out of this war, but the Middle East has a way of making leaders break their own promises. The question is, how long can he hold the line?